It's a beautiful Monday afternoon. I was getting ready to say morning. Beautiful Monday afternoon. Getting ready to head to the airport. So it's a little cold in Miami. But I'm excited to go to Philly. I hope it's snowing too. I know my Eagles fans. I know y'all upset. I think they're gonna fix it. I think the Eagles players, I think they playing possum. I know what they're doing. They're allowing their bodies to reset. They're allowing their minds to mentally reset. And watch what happens come playoff time. Watch what happens next week. Watch what I tell you. I tell you no lie. I lie for you before I lie to you. Watch what them boys do. I know it. I'm familiar with their game. I know what they're doing.
Brian Johnson got to be better. There's no way around it. Absolutely zero answer for the blitz. This is a blatant example of leaving your quarterback out to dry. Nobody looking for the ball. Plays that have to develop down the field. Listen, if you do your scouting report and your homework on Wink Martindale, you know he's going to bring pressure. So the game plan going into this week should be some quick throws to use the aggressiveness against Wink Martindale in the defense. We had no answer for it, though, man. It's like we didn't game plan for this the proper way at all. And, casuals will look at stuff like this and say, well, Jalen Hurts is a one-read quarterback. But when you're getting pressure in your face like this all night, nobody's looking for the ball, free rushers at your quarterback, you don't even got time to make the first read. You know what I mean? And the lack of game planning, in my opinion, is how Jalen Hurts got his finger bent up looking like E.T. We got free rushers running at him, unblocked, because we have a game plan in place that says we're going to hold the ball and wait for long plays to develop. We got to do a better job at protecting our quarterback and game planning for a W. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Before we get into the meat and potatoes, I got to let you know that this video is brought to you by Print Champs, big Print Champs in the building. Y'all know where to get the Hurt Season merch. You know where to get everything pertaining to, all the stuff that I put on as a content curator for the city. Use code BULLY10 at checkout. Make sure you save some bread. Let's talk about it. So y'all heard it. Y'all heard what Ocho Cinco said, man. Chad is, one of those guys who's not really controlled by the network. So right now, the narrative is this, that the Philadelphia Eagles have fallen off so far off of a cliff that there's just no way in hell we're going to win this game against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Monday to cap off Wild Card Weekend. Now, I can understand why some people would feel that way naturally. I mean, listen, man, you 1-5 in the last 6 games. You out here getting blown out by teams you ain't got no business getting blown out by, and we look bad. Listen, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but the facts are this. The facts are we are 0-0 going into the playoffs. So it will behoove you as a Philadelphia Eagles fan to be a little optimistic, because it's a lot of teams that's turning in their equipment. You know what I mean? It's a lot of dudes that's cleaning out their lockers. That's not us. We don't fall into that category. So I understand what Ocho Cinco's saying, that the Philadelphia Eagles, he believes in a nutshell that the Eagles are playing possum. You know what I'm saying? They're not trying to show their hand going into the postseason. And, we could potentially surprise a lot of people against the, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, is it really a surprise? Is it a surprise if we beat the Buccaneers? Vegas got us as, I think, 2-point favorites on the road going into this game. So is it really a surprise if you beat a team that you're that much more talented than? And, let's look at the demeanor of the team. Like a lot of people don't seem to be worried. That's a little refreshing for real. You know what I mean? I'm choosing this week to look at the glass half full. I'm not, going to run around here and sound the alarms right now. I'm choosing to be as optimistic as possible because we have playoff football. If you want to win a Super Bowl, part of that is getting to the postseason. You know what I mean? You can't do it without getting to the postseason. So we here now. Let's talk about what we need to do to, achieve the ultimate goal, that is getting to the Super Bowl, because it's very likely in the NFC. It's very likely, man. It's still wide open if you ask me. We've beat the Cowboys. You know what I mean? We didn't beat San Fran. You know what I mean? The Cowboys beat us. San Fran beat the Cowboys. So San Fran looks like the strongest team right now. But, at the end of the day, we still got a lot to prove and we got a lot to show. I just refuse to believe that. Listen, the Bucs going to have to show me that they could beat us, man. I'm not out here going to say it's over. We ain't got time for that, man. They got to show me, you know what I mean? I think I'm going to take Ocho's side on this for the week. Why not? I'm an Eagles fan. We in the playoffs. Why not have a positive attitude? Why not feel like we could win this game? You know what I mean? And that's just the facts of the matter on that one. So Jalen hurts his finger, man. We lucky that it wasn't a fracture. He dislocated his finger or jammed it in a couple places, and they decided to take him out the game yesterday. The finger was looking crazy. Y'all saw it. It was looking real ET-ish. It was bent all over the place, but it's not broken. That's good news. And in the press conference, he is saying that, you know, he's going to take it day to day. Now, that means he's playing. We all know what that's about, man. Jalen Hurts is going to play in this game. The finger isn't broken. You know what I mean? And that's just what it is. I suspect AJ will play. I suspect Devontae Smith will play. I expect Slay to come back. You know what I mean? I expect these guys to, you know, come out there and try to restore the respect on their name. And what better place to do it than the postseason? You know, I think the Philadelphia Eagles became the first team in history of the NFL to go 10-1 and not win 12 games. You know what I mean? They got a lot to clean up. But, you know, I think we could do it. We've seen this team in the Super Bowl last year, and we know what we're capable of ultimately, man. So it's not over until it's over, if you ask me. But one thing we got to do is we got to figure out an answer for the blitz on the offensive side of the ball. You know what I mean? You know, teams are going to try to blitz us out the playoffs, and I think that the emphasis for the coaches this week is to prove that they're competent enough to combat a blitz. They're competent enough to put a game plan together to make teams second-guess blitzing the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, if you look at some of the Baldy breakdown from this week, it showed Wink Martindale just blitzing the lights out of the Philadelphia Eagles in the offense, and we just not having no routes to where Jalen Hurts could go to with the ball. So, you know, man, a lot of people are saying that, you know, some of the blame should go to Jalen Hurts. But when you put a quarterback in the situation to not have an outlet during the blitz, and you asking for him to be a sitting duck, you're not game planning properly. Now, I don't know if the offense has just been vanilla. I know it ain't been vanilla the last couple of weeks, but, you know, was it vanilla against the, you know, the Giants? You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Let's think about that, man. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, you gotta count your blessings, and you just gotta accept things for what they are. It's looking like it was a mistake by the coaching staff to even play the starters. We're in the postseason. There's no way that we should have even thought that, you know, the Washington Commanders was going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. The Commanders have not beaten the team in the division all season. They're trash. They're trash, despite the hypeness that Louis T might have in his voice or any other Washington fan. Those dudes don't belong in the division. The Washington Commanders are absolutely the scum of the NFC East. I didn't expect them to come out there and pull off a miracle and make the division winnable for us. We made that bid. We got to lay in that. We can't expect bums to finish our food. We can't expect it. You know what I mean? We had it all in our hands. We got to deal with that. But there is an opportunity to redeem ourselves. We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We're going over to Florida on Monday. And this team blitzes the third most in the NFL. And we got to have an answer for that blitz. We got to be ready for that blitz. You know what I mean? If Brian Johnson wants to prove that he could be an offensive coordinator in this league, Brian Johnson got to go out there and show that he can, you know, put a game plan together for a team that's going to blitz us all day. We got to make them pay for that. We got to use their aggressiveness against themselves. So, you know, when the All 22 come out, which probably will be tomorrow, I'm definitely going to have some clips up there. You know what I mean? Basically showing where I thought we went wrong at and things of that nature. But the Baldy breakdown, you know, it just speaks for itself, man. So let me know what y'all think in the comments.